Martin Luther, a 16th century theologian, when challenged to deny what he believed from the Bible, famously responded, "My conscience is captive to the Word of God." Bible, which is a cornerstone of faith for millions worldwide, is revered as the Word of God. Interestingly, it's world's best-selling book of all time. In fact, Bible is not just one book, but collection of 66 books. These books were written over approximately 1600 years by about 40 authors of various backgrounds, including kings, prophets, fishermen, and scholars. Bible is divided into two parts: the Old Testament with 39 books and the New Testament with 27 books. The process of recognition of these 66 books as authoritative and sacred is known as biblical canonization, a process which was crucial in church history. The Old Testament, which was written from 1400 years to 400 BC, was canonized by Jewish community gradually over centuries, and Christianity inherited the Old Testament from Judaism. While the New Testament, which was written approximately from 45 to 95 AD, underwent a complex and elaborate canonization process. The term canon is derived from a Greek word which means measuring rod or rule, indicating that the texts were measured based on the basic set of Christian belief. And the Christian canon means the official list of the books which are considered as sacred and authoritative. The last biblical book to be written was Revelation in 95 AD by John the Apostle, who was the last Jesus disciple to die in 98 AD. Around 140 AD, Marcion, an early church leader turned heretic, he listed his own authoritative books. He was the first to list his own authoritative books. Here we need to understand, before Marcion's time, although all 66 books of the Bible were written, but church has not given a definite outline of the collection of the books. Marcion in his list rejected the entire Old Testament and most of the New Testament, except 11 edited documents. Marcion's belief departed from the traditional Christianity, and church leaders like Tertullian, Irenaeus, Justin Martyr, and Hippolytus, they proactively condemned and wrote against Marcion. Various councils and church leaders played a significant role in biblical canonization. I'll bring to you some of the main highlights. Let's start with Irenaeus. He was a prominent 2nd century theologian. He condemned the wrong teaching in his work against the heresies in 180 AD. Although he did not list out the books to be canonical book, but he made a preliminary outline for the final New Testament canon. Another prominent figure was Eusebius of Caesarea. In his ecclesiastical work in 324 AD, he listed out the 20 books out of 27 books which we recognize today. Eusebius was also known as the father of the church history. Eusebius' list of disputed books were Book of James, Book of Jude, 2 Peter, 2 John, and 3 John. And initially these books were questioned by some, and eventually the church leaders included these books as canonical. Athanasius, Bishop of Alexandria, was the first person to list 27 books which were identical to the present New Testament canon. Thus, external factor aided to set boundaries to the right belief. There were several criteria which were followed for biblical canonization process, such as apostolic authorship, harmony with Christian teaching, theological consideration, and universal acceptance of the letter among the church community. In 393 AD, Council of Hippo, and 397 AD, Council of Carthage, they reaffirmed the list of 27 books as canonical. These decisions helped establish already accepted New Testament writings, creating a closed canon. To prevent the inclusion of theologically unsound writings. Thus, Church played a significant role in the process of canonization. It is important to note that no one council or individual were the one who said which book should and should not be in the Bible, but it was a long and gradual process, no doubt led by God's invisible hand. Thank you.